gentleman is correct. Nothing will happen. Because in the past, people have killed and nothing has happened. How many cases have been investigated by the IG? How many? How many SARS personnel have been held, as culprits and made to face the law? So the man is right when he stops you in your car and discusses with you and tells you if you are not careful, I will waste you and nothing will happen. And he tells you to your face. Frankly speaking, I've sat in the car once with my family, my wife and kids. I was stopped by a policeman. I was a mufti. I didn't bother to introduce myself in my usual way because I feel allowed the gentleman to do his job. But you will not believe he started stepping beyond his bounds. When eventually he discovered, I am an army colonel, I expected that as a disciplined security man, you come to attention and pay me my regards. He was asking me, so what do you have for the boys now? Hey, bloody sergeant, you are asking me, after knowing who I am? I'm disappointed. I looked at him, I said, well, I don't blame you. I blame the training you had.
The matter in the creative industry in Nigeria are on the streets. Obia Ed in the voice akahon. NSAS. Say Enra said that I saw some actors be Musu or Moye video live when the army took over Lekki. I think say a toll booth. Lekki or Lagos. And they were shooting anyhow. They were just shooting anyhow. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. And then Mr. Atiku asks, is this how the military and the police are supposed to handle people who are on their democratic rights? Let's accept, you said there have been excesses, especially with Benin State correctional facility. Prisoners Bibri Ijane, prisoners Bibri no Johnny free correctional facility or been so a ship police station. In fact, there will always be excesses when there is an uproar. We need peace in Nigeria. As it was in the beginning. You know what America cry na enye asem kra ye hwehwe no ye gita ye ni ase eye hu ayi kra wo Ghana we dey ye hwena no ha ya say ekọ gidigidi a ye bere ye so bo because most of them will run to Ghana because we are almost like ye no mo share border mpo ano no. Let's get there ain't no abusia fo ma munyina kwa aba ahaye neat anopona FM. Then the munim dada no medindi OLA Michael. Ano pay me mamunyina kwaba. Ejiri se obi ahwo ya no pay. Ye be try near Nigeria na yakwa kodi nkomo kakra se emrepem no like so would they just keep your dial here. Na ye timi atin sem na ekoso no ye. I have some musicians bi na nka sem no. Tria eso chen Ghana mohu be ye nsia na enso. That same sino munyina de omoni kire Ghana. I wish I ho be kire bruta. Nigerian life matter na kwaba.
Yeah, ja.
Boko de.
Boko pa.
Nigerian life matter.
Missing. And then there is stories no. The bad thing. 100.9. Yes, Nigerian life matter. Ex-presidential aspirant. Oh, Nigeria. I mean, for honorable crown, so because this is not an honorable thing to do. Your friend Adamu Garba, or say he is going to sue Twitter because Twitter is funding the end police brutality, end SARS brutality in Nigeria. No, or can fund it, into the Omuko Nigerian Federal High Court. Not say you sue Twitter, and I'm out for you. Why? Because sue Twitter, you can sue them. Pacho, Tabi Kebato Mumbo. Voice na yente insemhunu na okay.
Now obi so be see Twitter we say insemhunu. Why would you say that?
Why would you say people are dying? Nigerians don't want it. This is not like maybe a part of Nigeria. The whole Nigeria say ye na ye chusu. Ye say ye mpe ubiom ukun ye kwanchen. O say people supporting the movement, no, who's you because
And you think say be our money
which people have party? No, if Twitter is supporting them, why not? Why shouldn't they support them? Are the Nigerian youth not a majority on Twitter too? Which African country is more savage on Twitter than Nigerians? So if they think so, oh yeah, your followers are normal patronizing are in trouble and we're supporting them, why would you?
Yeah.
Okay, Oboria.
And the Twitter International as a company for actively sponsoring and supporting the NSAS movement by encouraging funding for this movement, trophy for the country. I'm sure most of you are aware of what is happening. Now we have several uprising in the country. Destruction of so many lives and properties is ongoing, and therefore we are calling on Jack Dorsey to come and pay Nigerian government $1 billion in compensation for all the damages that he caused this country. And also, we knew exactly the kind of script they play in other countries when they intervene using their social platform. So for his gross abuse of privilege, because he is a platform owner where most of the gullible Nigerians have joined and have been actively patronizing and supporting him, he went ahead, tweeted that people should donate to a Bitcoin account, an account that is on track.
Presided over AWW violence by state-sponsored security forces. Remember, hashtag end SARS, hashtag end police brutality, hashtag Lekki Toll Gate massacre. Not just anything crying and saying, or say, your man penny, that same energy, the same energy you people are used to here in the Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd assembly. Keep that same energy and even more at this point, and even more, and then talk about this. Because you see, when you say budget, say share. When so see the uncle say finish so na eba wo de so. Into kwakran points your munche be so. I think the Nigerians are even more than the Ghanaians over there. It is say asem see import of buy great bars and that's asem esia. Ye na yet kuma say. And like you said, yes small Lagos in kwaso mo Ghana. You have overthrown us. Just Lagos.
Lagos cross to China.
Just Lagos. Just Lagos. Yes, small Lagos population pay. Some moment na kuma say we are dead. We are gone. So if this is what we want. And then I was talking to a Nigerian friend this afternoon. Okachem said the SARS, or sending me their requirement for you to be a SARS Ola Patroshe must be an ex-convict. Must be.
I cannot authenticate this one.
Must be an ex-convict. And I'm saying, so why must the person be an ex-convict? Or see, so that the person can carry out their duty without any fear or because they've handled such situations before. And I was like, wow, if that is true, good for you people. And so
Nigerians' life matter. Let's all add a voice to it.
Brutality.
Yes.
And the celebrities. We ain't name the money. And this is not the time to be posting your sexy photos, please. Help and support the NSAS brutality because they know I made it also an actually say we all thought Kayati Joyce blessing new kunasem like we have heard the end of it. Say you people had a meeting with them. Father Dixon, everybody they spoke about it. There was a yedimobia momuche bibia pepe. Ye nim dia ba no pay. Joyce blessing bia bobia ba betuja. Pacho yamboni dia boni enti de enti obodia.
Odia say.
Ni PR.
Julie J.
Julie J. Was it Julie J? Who be papa. Julie.
Sound sound issue so
Osi woni ni ye adwuma wanya oboni dana muko share say there was odi ma obia osi why adwuma ma no unti aka for the last 2 years ko bon bo wetia o nti adent na oposi content osi Julie dey we computer wizard unim social media munti na we the PM
on your computer wizard yeah.
Well that's what she said but run the kind osi
I'm telling her say on your computer wizard the girl is an average user just like you.
Oh okay well then maybe Joyce is actually less. If the girl is average, maybe.
You see, the truth of the matter is that Joyce doesn't know
anything
computer.
about social media.
She doesn't know anything social media. Until I say, I think the world started to learn because of issue now, but I think now, and as Omo, no, she didn't have access to any of these things. It was none of her business. Now it is
It's
eating it up.
affecting her.
Yeah.
Well, I see Julie J. Everything she's supposed to do for you, she has done. Every compensation also the amount or the amount. Now, it's still opposed content now. Ko report say, "Emma, you free YouTuber, mommy. If you do that again, or see if you are about na, you see if you are about any as when you juma. Ain't on the about war. Say, oh yeah. Entertainment G. Even any as well. Now you juma pa. And Julie J. See you and your generation. You go suffer. If you are about the mean to me in can't details because
but I feel say she's being a bit hard on the girl.
Why?
Because I think say girl no, she's not acting on her own.
Ola.
Yeah, she's not acting on her own. Somebody is making her do what she thinks she's doing.
Okay, somebody is making you do who did I work with? Is it that person?
That person is also part.
Does she know that person is also part?
Of course.
And yes, the only so no, on all can answer.
Because no, because Jesus, I'm trying to control myself because I don't want to use my energy negatively. But I think there's a lot of nonsense amongst them that they should stop.
Who Joyce and the three?
All those that are involved. Sabi Jimmy Dawson.
But excuse me, like what did Joyce do exactly? Because from the last meeting you told me.
What I see happening, and they say, "Obi abonitrimu pose me go ba na animu ase." Akoshe no my post on the social and the Facebook. Joyce.
Joyce.
Yeah.
Why are you saying Joyce was nonsense? On the onion.
No, I said no. She allow all these things to happen. I mean, how can you be working with people and you don't know what they do with your handle? Who does that?
But mistakes do happen. We are at the point where the mistake has already happened. And then you said, you people went to have a meeting with them. Almost can be a manisi. They also be a meeting.
Because Obi feel abna na yetenase wo ha A+ wa uni A+ aye company na mo company ne de meka na A+ mom na ka bia mame what be that woni A+ or company o
na mini A+
mo mienu nyina sa mo de meka mo mienu na mbecha atua enso A+ ka bia mame ona edi ano mame me a mo de meka doesn't make sense to you
and wo na aye hwan sisi
me na mo de meka me say with the wo be oba woni Kwame oba ne be ma mo company baako
Matia say wo na aye Julie J
Kwame
ai
me get ni
wo yire no
any example keke like
pampa
akonsha me snow why oboa sister we are my friend oboa pa
na yen ye de wo ka
na mo de meka mo company ne de meka mo se ma ye adwuma ama mo na mo antwia meka ne ya betena say ka asem na Kwame mom
o say yen three me ono ene yadam for be friend Hans enti
A+ on you. A+ me mo be aka di secret insurance.
Me ka just say fan adam for adam aka no wa. Maka say fan adam for.
Ola example keke na ye ma.
Mas be di e wo wi afi nyina A+.
That be o some no ye common friend.
I'm not going to be saying among the people who don't take place.
Let me get people.
That be I saw me. Oh say Ola abuna ma ade na ko ese nkrofo no ko wi aponche na ba ko ne say eduane na de say ba ko say wo de say ya wo de say wa no say me ka sa na ma ka say ye ko wi aponche asuma ye kan ye oh say me simple example keke na me kan hwe o de asem de
after my Julie J no.
But Kwame unza asem na bufu.
Bufu pa.
How can a couple?
Yes.
Mudemika. Na bako emomu ene ebia no ma.
Mom de after asem na mo ka minim nti me nanka example na me ma.
Ena ka be ma ya tia.
Say me girl ni
abna. Ena me ye hwan Hans.
Wo ye Hans ye do.
Hans no ma ye adwuma ma mo. Ena mudemika.
Wo ja se. I say ye nyina ye bom na ye koka no but as me support
o support me
ye de wo ka no
na wo na wo say di ano ama me
na adenti de tesa
na Hans so ne suban ano no
asa
ai wonye Hans ya ye ka na ase bi wonye oba ada na wo ye sa
Hans no be ma na also oba minim Hans bi o Germany
opeso yi to nche
A+. Me feel they be around.
But I've told you there are certain people you don't befriend.
We are so bisa Eugene Upe secret days, we are seeing. I mean, over country.
Sir.
You know, me in that damn. You know that damn back. Near till a question.
By Eugene and fan nature mama also yet.
Oh, that been a say Eugene or your background. Me farmer some call Eugene, so Eugene for some mamma. Because you know,
double make.
It is ordinary and bass one now.
Oh, and do her down for oh, yet say friendship as it your limits.
But that's not a could you air down for
why?
Could you upon?
Oh, it's so nim the limit.
The truth no anya down for no unit.
Yes, I but me being enough for
unit.
That's us I know we hands.
What said me hands to na me? What the one? What the for that? Ola, na me tell me bona. O di ba to. Wo. No, 18 Ola, and now I second you. 3 friends I'll never take in the industry. A+ number 1. In fact, number 0.
I told you.
Thank you very much. Next time I'll never.
Why be now the Becano?
Whoa.
I've now.
When you A+.
I've now. When we sorry call. Why? Sorry call. Me president too can be. I better get up and go. Thank you very much.
And Ola brutality now. And Ola brutality. You are bullying me.
Maybe just sit down.
Thank you. 18 Joyce blessing, even okay. And then you see, it was alleged. People were saying, why does the husband of Joyce blessing, why is he supporting the girl like that? And people are saying, maybe it's because the home is broken. Why does he have the need?
No, but I mean that act alone tells me a lot.
It means only girl, no.
Because hey. No, I
would defend it. And the boy said, no,
Maka. Na mopa ohine nsam frɛ me. Wo no ohine a ono no frɛ me say, my baba chirim say ya resolve ya de me ti no so te baby so kan wasem. I mean, come on, what kind of confused state is this?
Say, Joyce bless is Julie J. Next time, you will see. And now ube hu. May they also not say entertainment.
Okay, say obi kokai kotina powers man mekano. I say Joyce blessing yeah. Or a lesbian or tattoo a whole lot of nonsense.
Disgusting.
It was all your planning at the
tattoo than the two who will tell anybody if not a husband.
Yes, she was class. Who wants to bear my cross in a car? Tattoo yennefe. And so a doggy pa.
I mean, it is unbreakable. No? The word unbreakable. It didn't come from the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, it
came Joyce. She is unbreakable.
She's good, yeah.
She will break you.
Yeah.
Ha la ila. What do you say? Yes,
oh, Jamayo.
Mimi or Jamai.
Oba we no catch them wa say.
Entertainment show na. Why you
violating the company rules? No, knowledge. I think we are guys. We can share it. Oh, Kwame.
This advert is not approved by the FDA.
Yes, it's not approved. When say yeah me ma say o kondra.
Mr. Ndra kana me ni have you.
Timichi macho.
Na mo be kan kire me.
Na samba.
En na ma ye din na me.
Yanka.
Pacho mo nko so me.
Yeah, just.
Wa joy.
Same. En na me wo ha. Ye ni ha. And mon can you
but okay.
Where daddy Julie Jenny as a video.
No, but the truth is, Osisa Oba a condo bema, Anna Kusio Kumano, if you are near home. Also, Omutimi Bema, you say, not the name Casasa.
Obabia can be showed.
Obabia can be showed.
I know, dear. Just say, ye be hands.
Hey, Chai, but disclaimer. Oh, come on, no, be in hands, no, or me. Debbie, now you need to be Google. And also, I may be
oh, say, you bet to me, I can't summon, no, you become present tense, you become past participle, and the present continuous, and the past tense. Nina, and to no one can submit me a essay, no one feeling in the blank space.
What are your bed? I here no power.
I don't know, Pam, no.
Nanka, you could be the hands today.
But how long, and yet now, Minim said there was a hands.
There is no hands. I don't know which hands he's talking about.
Get away there, German, or to German from one, sorry.
Mosquitoes and special diet. While you put trust now, so now make it can you. Miss so now make it can you. Oh, you be freedom of speech. Mr. Abraham, you try never take TV3 straight. Miss so now na make it can you. It's not so, na make it can you. Oh, with the freedom of speech, Messiah plus I will talk. You try best as me, TV3 straight. And they say, be your 10, stand and so that training. But first of all, it's a warning, get it straight. Now freedom of speech, Messiah plus I do. You try best as me, TV straight. If you rumors where you're here, no, if it be true. Say $20 million, I'm down my 14 money. Now how you love right? It you can't take one with a fight. From a man of cash. I just won't. Matthew 14:14. What's it? Michael, hey, Yamahunu, a Jumabi, I am Crawfordica, and ye, Jack, I just won't, a Jumaranum, your politics. When you sit up a bread,
I wish I 4 years in my quaver BM. Rassus CNA A plus Edin Como, the new general manager of Class Media Group.
Next 4 years. One echo,
and when your appointment here, I'm on for Bibrine besides them. Why? Oh, how? Oh, how say? Who did ye? No, do did ye? Bami, what is a man for business? I didn't hear appointment.
The media house now.
No, but according to most of them, they don't know your background in radio and as a media management. Over to me, Abu Mokaka.
Now, John Mahama, the background of presidency, more then and so be the vice president of Ghana.
Now why assemblyman go through leadership na
your friend saying any president.
On one
leadership beside you Akufo-Addo ne campaign say why your president da. You know what it means to no person Charles say enye adwuma ketua. Yes, I mean Dana say.
No, but is it a case you don't have a background in management in that side?
It doesn't matter. I've been in this industry for a very long time. And I am very sure, sir,
yeah.
Apart from Bibiano, a business or more, sika out of business. No?
Yeah.
And they won't just wake up and make a decision that won't benefit or more interest to raise money from the business that they have invested in. And to consider Nyoma Bibi. For the very day now, you announce Family Plus is has been appointed new GM for CMG. You know, fmonline.com. 10,000 visits. Their website. 10,000 people visited that website
on that same day.
10,000. And there were posts that reached over 200,000 people that day. And today we discussed all of that. Discuss here. Media, it is about getting the attention of everybody and being able to run adverts to make money. That is one of the main revenue sources. And and bibia ye wo wiase bia na ye ya hoden. Enye wunim die. Kofo bebre wo memu a wo PhD wo ye den, that is not too important. Eye who enhira na manipa ye odefo. Ose obra adwuma wan fa bia anka. Wo betumi atena ho aka ne a wo pese wo kanyina. Wo betumi disagree or not, but we ye den ya shatawale. Opa ka se ose kwa me despite onu moja or ye den ose kwa me despite yourself kwa me despite. Opa ka Father Dixon wants them however you want it. Ain't change it here. There's some people who were born to lead and some people who were born to follow.
So amongst the things I point you know how to do the facts who are following.
And year one. Apart from that, the other factor that was that has been considered is that I have single-handedly been able to establish something that eventually is going to be one of the biggest things that has happened in this country. And I've led it well, and I've managed it very well. I grew my with TPP, it takes a whole party structure across the country to be able to do that. And I've done it, and I've done it very well. And in your but the people who matter, they know. Look, this is what TPP is. Because they know what I've done. The effort that Omunim say obe decided to do something with A+. No, him say A+ nom calipo Ghana nom calipo. Him say A+ sold A1 bread across the country. Just me, no radio, no TV. In 2 days, A1 bread was a big hit. I know how to make things hit, and I know that with Nyankopon Muano, I'm going to raise CMG. You are in that position. But in change here, the people know that I am going to be able to raise the whole group and put it where they expect it to be.
It's you who assuming that position, or is it more or less like expect to obey EBF you wanna?
Oh no. I'm not going there for the people to work for me. I'm going there to work for the people who are there now. Teamwork. And yet time be I won't say ye pamo coach ye pamo players no nyina. Coach no e be the players kakra bi ba ka ho. What you say but ye pamo the whole team. It rarely happens say be ya pamo coach into ya pamo team nyina so be en kofie. Ne ye mom ne say ye the new manager ne ba na ya style na be ye bono. E be manager ne at na chire hu say we bo hanti na yen to mention it yemfa we mbo ha ne ndane we nkwa ha enti no
but if you want say a pamo place ni bio
definitely ebi be ko ebi be ba but majority of team no wo be hwe no na ebia Real Madrid ye new coach and as Barcelona over the years ye who say almost sense coaches but players no majority
Messi has always been
omunyina wo ho enti no me eye adesrede na me dey to enipa na ebeye adwuma because nipa ne se omo ye adwuma ma a say team a players ne se omo mbo ma coach no ye nyina hu Mourinho owo United no ye share na sa okoye no omo win about 13 games straight nti we badwen ho say na just players in them person omo bebo nti ye nyina koye adwuma but wonim say me dey na ye jata bewe wo be ya ye yemfa odon ye adwuma onye akọ nti so long as enipa na nkasa ye ready to work, no. Me you're ever ready to work
with them.
To even work for them. Yes.
Now, I mean, so what follow Nigeria for issue? SARS issue. I don't know who follow.
Yes.
Now, I mean, what's your understanding of what is going on there?
My understanding of what is going on is nipa be before you're a hypocrite. You're nyachum, you cannot correct. And because you cannot correct, your problem no amana is very difficult for us to support any power person who can't some listen yet and as some person who can't correct because ye nyina ye wo memu hana ye say Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter na anything and say before now America and say police for kunkum omo police for tata omo sorry police for abuse omo enti no that the umbe demonstration because police ni ekun ni be a friend George Floyd yen Ghana for asam nkan fa ye ho America for wo mu kuro but ye nyina ye Black Lives Matter baby obefa bia across the social media obia say Black Lives Matter the Black Lives Matter na say ene aye kasei Nigeria for so complaining about the same thing say police for kum ebibi for na me say kum enipa youth no enti no e was say police unit near closing it down obia ye din but e see America na ye police any blacks assembly to make Nigeria for ye yellow omo kra na ye Africans if they are being abused by the police and I say they are being brutalized by the police I was say police for mom when you come number one. I was say Africa, the whole African penny for no mom when you come say I didn't see America now. You to me be George Floyd a year walk room hano. Ebi see where you're next door. And you know, I was say the whole Africa. Sorry, I said look, there should be reforms in policing in Nigeria. Nanado, His Excellency Mampeni. Aya na ukana sama minim adwin e won krofo trim. Omo adwin yom say once we MPP ni Nanado abe president or MPP ni no. That is it. I will say every bibia enisa ukana Nanado asem. As for me, I have read the directive principles of state policy very well. And I know my rights as a citizen of this country. And I understand the laws of this country very well. And Nanado himself, as a lawyer and a human rights activist or the president, does not have any justification to ever be angry with what I say. His upbringing does not even allow him to be angry. So if you want to sit on social media and think that you can fight for Nana, no. When was the last time you spoke to Nana? I can tell you the last time that I spoke to Nana. And it has not been months. When was the last time you out to social media? When was the last time you spoke with Nana? Nana understands the game that we are into. It is called politics. And Nana tweeted Donald Trump. Nancy on yari. Didn't Nana go and wish them well?
Yeah, he said to wish them well.
Yes. Donald Trump Notre Dame, a dying air show of France. Didn't Nana send them his on social media? Yeah. That's how some issue of Nigeria and also can be. And
why I didn't know why
you did. Yeah. Oh, ECOWAS chairman. A dying show of France, a important chain, a matter chain in Nigeria for lives. So if you can say yen small baby, but a dying show of how do you call it France? Let's obey to me a cancer asem now. And the nipe who are Nigeria. It was so because a dying show one year you chairman. I would do one to. But said nipe who are Nigeria, you are the ECOWAS chairman. George Floyd, na yayene. Ghana for politicians no omunim enipa Ghana for ye. And they give them exactly every time you be a crying campaign in Gumusa because the politicians nim say enipa no bebre na no say no modwen na bibi kakra. Yes, politicians they've studied the people, they understand them and they give them what they deserve. Because what's the whole can say you be crew masem. Na in America now you qualify George Floyd be here on the universe. Hono a galaxy and you be crew.
You usisi say Nanado kan ho asem. Of
course, Ola.
Ebia no train kakra. Ebia no was my investigation to get a clear understanding of the issue before he
investigation understanding Black Lives Matter. Investigation understanding Black Lives Matter and sana or they no to Black Lives Matter asemu. Which investigation did they do? Isn't it the same police brutality? And time now can Black Lives Matter asem president call wish you on well near there no. There was one thing that I said that Nkrofobi didn't understand. At the end of America for complaining Black Lives Matter no. Worst happens here in Ghana. Ghana the end of West. Ola, okay? Boys na police ejina. Mum si form ni esi form. Especially I don't which crime say be with ya rasta kakra na say wo can cry DV and that be can cry him say who personality na wo di gina ho no. The one more tie there forget you be see. Yesiwa you shoe near the ensashe wo bottom. Police if one of them bottom and the we ashame. Me na me kan. Ghana police omo ntia sia. Me na say Ghana police omo me court na me so me dey omo court. Yeah. Now guys on mine obidia. Me take bon mine as you. Me want me hu na me police from.
Omo the we share voice ni bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, we are ya
sanchi. So we could tell me. Police from me yo man. Police for the we she shem crofo bottom ni omo cars mu. Ghana police. Omo ya na achi oni ajiuska. Police for the omo yo kruma no. Esu yen ye firi ha koka. Black Lives Matter asem. Police for shooting crofo nku omo kruma de bia. Police for nipa okruma. Onya yoku nipa 7 zongo boy 7 kumasi ye shoot omo nyina ku omo ya sam lan shoot omo ku omo say omo yam Roberts. We no ye san ko compensate omo family. Esu yen ye to me free until so when we were talking about Black Lives Matter. I said, look, do you know what happens in America? I say Black Lives Matter. Ghana, you're West. I dear police for your crew. So police need to me now say, be a phone, no be enter our password, no enter. No, I don't him. Nancy me cost so many. Me share police for be so many kwana so. Nam can say most hard na mo ye na so mo jai. Who to me Gina boys? No will catch from so mo be on computer or be on the computer. Now also on enter the pin or enter now wo browse it through obi device. I don't know mo sir. Or say ya boys ni be or mo Yahoo boys. I'm say what the fuck? Yahoo boys if I who ben. If I who ben which one concern you? Which one concern you? So, Obi Janefon, so no, Yahoo boy, which one concern you are? Who bet to me a catch Obi say, be in the computer, so now who him, so we are wine. We are wine. We are wine. Which law? Even the constitution, look, the Supreme Court of this country, and I may catch your boys, Nina. Listen to me. Forget one more, look, a young of us will come here plus, and no, also a person here president. And I am to hey, constitution is here to buy 50 plus 1. And cast 51. Me, I don't need you. Independent person to about meaning baby or more. I don't need you. Me, forget it. It's a day, you know. I will tell you exactly how it is. Whether it makes you happy or not, I don't care.
It's in but no celebrities for no so no. It's a Black Lives Matter and almost baby naji. But say so. Yeah, as you who she you.
Me say person mo belong. Person mo belong. I say I dey be a trend. It's ye nyina ye nko ye bi. Nim baby ko. Person mo belong. I mean, I will tell you straight. Me, I say, miss me ye bia. Obi abe hu say yes. I me so make am bi. Enu na man na do cultural letter come on na ye ni aboni din president of Ghana ana ado danka kufu ado ni etwa Black Lives Matter for ni etwa ho video ni dey beto na say yeah me so me can be me yabomi din Ghana for nyoma ye mo fair nyoma useless trivia nonsense nyoma na emu anije omo ye George Floyd ye ni ye born na ado odi ye man krase for nsuo no ya bona na do din wo George Floyd dey ase e man krasefo e man nipa man na da form wo no e ma ejai yeah.
So also celebrities na do omo ho gym na omo so can be
omo it is their own phone
because oko Nigeria I mean all the celebrities are all on the street. Most of them are on the street. Mahu Davido, Mahu Mr. P, Mo Master P, Dibanji, all of them.
Light or off?
Yeah.
On. Off. On. Oh, mem. Lights.
Yeah.
Obia or one mem bia needs electricity. A call off. Naba on. Dear friend, you doom so. Oba Yvonne Nelson. Sorry, Jina say Abba. Happy day, ya bread. Young call demonstration. Then call for dinner. Na Ghana for no baby. Homa green ye juma. A green na don't mutrimuno. And ye juma. Yen to me, I don't have any phrase to explain it. Lights call off. Yen yina ye hiya light. The country is going through energy crisis. And somebody says that no way, we have to demonstrate and bring the attention of the government and force the government to end this. Ne bidum diatem. Now it's then biom na. Mentino if it's adan ola. Me say that me asem obi beka ho. Yes.
You don't care what people say.
No. Obi a light echo of obi a sorry etu ne ho esi wo say meya ade we. Na nkofo di na tem. Abba, light no eba obedemu bi. I spent so many months on social media campaigning that government must give us ambulances.
Yeah.
Because every MP, 275 MPs have 275 V8s. But the people who vote for them do not have ambulances. Every day. And go to me send a message, hey, to what they won't ambulance ne buy Omoko social media no work say plus shame government but necessary me ye kasa ye ba ye ni ewu shame we ye nipa we no me ye nipa ola we no omo ye nipa
but you cannot authenticate say omo can say wo kasa dodo no mo na be can shame no
omo de onye omo kasa ye kasa dodo na can shame no like omo party for no
okay
they say the ambulance aba
it
is a ambulance any o mem hani ye can. What has that got to do with Akufo-Addo as the president? Ambulance abakuruma. Mahama ambulance. We are talking about the country called Ghana. MPP for no more than they should learn to differentiate between Akufo-Addo and state institutions and policies. So Nana do can Black Lives Matter as we are telling Nana. And we were on Instagram say come here plus Omuadi.
But enyo no kwa nipa bebre kan.
Said
nipa bebre ka se Omuadi. Ebi say oye arrogant.
Yes, there's a difference between arrogance and confidence. And Ghanaians will always miss that one. And I don't care.
But say wauti.
Me ankasa mi muhwe. And yes o metio like me muade.
Who nim say Omuadi?
Yes, because number one, me mbu MP oti 140,000 V8 man in crop for num enem one enum so. We Jimmy for me mbu. And we are number one. Number two, a ma da form wo e wo memu ha. A ma da form no more. A ma nyem se aponchi e wo fie. Sabi. Na watena fie on continental da wa wo fie sanya odwan ewo na. Eso na MP betwem ye friend honorable. Mimbu. The only time me bu ne say ye de tumi ekuta ho. Na wo de tumi no ya de papa abo anipa. Eno metumi asom. Na Ghana ha ye se obi bu ade a eni obi a obegyina ho say bomasum Yesu Kristo ba. Wo bo ha medane ha ma wo. Me wo bo ha medeme nan be wo wo yem. What you say? Enti no, yesi o akwa de obuade o samike, ompe ne ho asem kra na chese o ye obi a obi atumi sisi no.
Eze wejimi for.
Ghana ye kasa ompe ho asem chese wejimi. Sande another word for ompe ho asem say we de wejimi.
Obetimi ande opebi
on kasa. Obetimi ande opebi on kasa. Oh we de. Oh ompe ne ho asem kra. The meaning of that ne say wejimi. Me de me pe me ho asem pa. Nya ye pe ye ho asem no. Meaning ne say ye mu ade.
We are
humaso. Me bakete maybe they can't say now. I said why? And I love it like that. Kids must have the right to ask questions. But me you know, you catch them say penny kasa men yeden.
Kasa ena yimusa na asem so.
And bisa asem
woni panyini so nya asem a panyini dibem.
Enti no me ya me catch them ma say enye obi a wanyi bia na nim yansa. Enti ya men fan hye wutirim say once obi enyi no na cheso onim yansa ekofo bibiri nyi ba omo agimi.
Omo ani omo nyini ene omo hye ase na omo agimi omo na be mpanyifo.
Anya nkwara agimi fo na ye mpanyifo agimi fo.
Omo na be zero different.
Enti no obi ka say A+ ase ya betena ha na me ka say na ado ya to aba ama. The constitution says you have to do A, B, C, D. You have to do it. The one person who beti sa kasa na. So na ufie. Ola papa minim no. Mene na kasa da. Waje me tax. Na ye tuetu your tax mo ye bisa question I see mu ade. Hwe. Na o kasa tax isu a. Sika ye jeje man crofo say ye beto aba ma wa. Ye de presidential jet ni ki bekuta. Teje. Baby akobia utina jet mu a ye ko Brazil and I be di be 13 hours. Wo 6 hours no wadu. Wo no your friends say Ghana soldier ni police ni bibia de amount je wo na wo hwe so baby obeku bi o mu di wachi na ye bisa question out me bisa
Abakwame is it the case say NPP party and Odom say what does NPP ni
Dabi meja impact
o ja NPP
meja de
adey
meja it say me party asem because NDC and NPP no mo nka no kura nti won say obi o to make say meja NPP say me ko NDC that depend on nka no kura for
they say that what TPP
obi a mama nka hono mani siye obi obeja NPP akwadwane NDC o ekronfo
adey
we nya bi ndi o anti okohwe say ha ba bi an no edibi wa o ekronfo forget no what you say obi obeja NPP NDC aba NPP no o ekronfo the same because NDC NPP they are the same people and akroma omudin na different.
Then there's no point in criticizing government because they are we are not say na do free so ado we ba no the same thing.
Na catch us NDC na people be rule Ghana forever.
See,
unless ye nyina ye green like this, the world has come to an end. I want to say this. For example, about the year 2020, assume Katawias and Kofwa green ankoso. And year 2020, they assume Katawias. And I'm telling you that the world has come to an end. We are entering into a new world. The COVID system from 2021. Bibia besesa. And Kobinim say, Obi daso da say one day. We are see a teaming. You better to airport. Ni atu sorry mu. Ni atu mosque mu. What kind Bible ah? Nkofo bebre omo kan krrr no mo esi no makogina so de no obo mo nsem ya se omo no ye Christopher omo ntia se what kind Bible ah? Ya se mmebi beba ha sorry kra ye betwam. Ye betutum 2020 ya to asori mu to mosque mu, etu school mu, etu airport mu, etu club mu, etu bibiem e de nipa nyina share dem. We are see. We are never started for. We are supposed to be starting. No, me, I've spent so many months telling the youth that we are not going into the new world with the same NDC MPP mentality, and it is working, and it will work. And so, because I don't criticize government because NDC and MPP they will never rule this country forever.
It's so if we should be looking for an option, you're saying
if you're looking for an option, let's start putting ourselves together. That is how to find an option. When Nanado went to Al Jazeera for an interview, Nipa no yen interview be sound a very simple question. Why haven't you legalized same-sex marriage in Ghana? And Nanado told the lady that because Ghanaians have not come together to demand it.
So when Ghanaians come together it will be done.
When Ghanaians come, simply the president is trying to tell you that the move together, no more demanding bibia masabeka. When you read the constitution, the directive principles of state policy, chapter 6 of the 1992 constitution, it says that the government must any directive principles of state policy.
Okay. All right. 34, section 34.
Yes. Yeah. Mekan 36. The state shall take all necessary action to ensure that the national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development. May 2, Abakai 2. The state shall in particular take all necessary steps to establish a sound and healthy economy whose underlying principles shall include the guarantee of fair and realistic remuneration for production and productivity in order to encourage continued production and higher productivity. Now, listen to this part. Or say, the enjoyment of rights. Okay, listen. B, 2B.
2B.
The state shall enact appropriate laws to ensure A, the enjoyment of rights of effective participation in development processes, including the right of people to form their own associations free from state interference and to use them to promote and protect their interests in relation to developmental process.
Okay.
Abide of constitution say abide no ensure say obem bua nipa no to establish their own associations free from state interference. The state should not even interfere. Now let me continue. Developmental process, freedom from to form organizations to encourage in self-help and income generating projects, and freedom to raise funds to support those activities. Constitution, that's the supreme law of the land, says that the government should not interfere in my association or organization, and must even, it even goes on to say that even the state agencies must help us. Into me call baby me here some register NGO. I was so mind to me boy. The state must help me to. So Ola, we are coming together. We have come together and we have formed our own association. That's number one. Nobody can stop us. Number two, the constitution says that the state must even make us happy. The state must give us jobs. It is a what if you know to come plus or pekasa. Yes, be pekasa because constitution says also abide ma meguma. It don't think can say MPP for by mama we man can constitution so mama meguma na ka den also mo ye. When na man we na obey di. Me the constitution they say abide. Send the constitution they say me ye bibi abide betumi achi matum no. Sa na constitution no say o mama meguma. Nti police be chimia. Nti police be chimia. Send me ye din no. Sa na say me ye adwuma so amekasa. Aha.
Kwame, nipa bebre no amo non-aligned to any political party, no. And some bebre omo can say, it looks as if the Ghanaian youth is not angry enough.
The Ghana for no. Adi omunyi e obi obeka chogbe. Omu nyina nyanko mbeji su ye. Ni aka ni nipa ombeka omo ho abom atiem chogbe. Enu na ye nyan. Enu na ye ba.
Ase bi na wo ye.
Ebedu nyabotre. Me de ya Ghana mpanifo omo nda nyame asese. Everything that is happening is being done by A+. Because number one, I love this country. Number two, I'm so come A+, umuadie, and the no correct me mbuji me for sabi. But me do my way, and me do nipa. Enti no, me mpese ye be yusu to say be Nigeria for die ya na akoye ntokwa na da bi. Shinkofo japa. If we will be a violent, we will be a radical, we will be a yempe wo TPP mo. Ye pese senia constitution no ama yen ho kwan se yen ye ya association no. Constitution also talk against any maybe. Until ye pese making sure say everything we are doing is in line. And apart from being in line, no, everything that we are doing so no ha yan kasa ye ho. Ye ni bi. Until ye nsay bi answer the ye nya bi. Nia ye wono ye bebo ho ba ni ekutemu na yakɔ nim akɔpere bi aka ho nti sɛ Ghana kwanifo so ɔmo nim kra na nkomo ni sɛ nipa o lead TPP no or a very matured and reasonable person but you see NDC and MPP it is always in their own interest MPP for and now many kwame plus no ɔmo ba ɔmo fi power ene ɔkyena ɔmo nyina be join TPP.
The others are saying that you are also doing winning in your own interest because at a point you had a contract. Jeffrey with them and a mobile for buyer. It's also you also who are there in your own interest. It's not the general interest.
No, I don't think it's in the general. It is in your interest.
Who know who contract? It is a contract. You are near through some. I think I win.
Contract. The young Jeffrey means I'm a catcher or say chief of staff. Omu ya corrupt. That was the beginning. Now we work contract. Another mini contract. I had a contract when I told you the deputy chief of staff are corrupt. So what's the issue? When I made this rule, I make a claim of 2019-99 or something. Now we work contract. Maybe I just go on my contract. Now I just make contract. Oh, but come be over no crowd. See the twin.
No, but
the fact of the matter, the fact of the matter is that the Constitution says the government must give me a job. The Constitution didn't say that when the government gives me a job, I should keep quiet and chop, and when things are not going right, I shouldn't talk. So when you give me a job, na say no ntinu bibi because na enye na me can also because of that why give me a job na. I have every right to be angry because and you Ola must support me because and yes sir, when my dear beba. Despite ABC radio we nyina from here to Kumasi to Babia, but on to me nkasa because of where Juma. And small boy of Flagstaff with me catch Father Dixon say or you free. Because Father soon to me nkasa because he has a job. And so some na ye kanu. Obi obaka say plus ye gi na adwuma no na o kasa ye ma na adwuma na o kasa na ya je na ye na ya no na nipa no sebe o kankrofo na mesi bibi ha omo no ho because yet your memu ha the Constitution says the government should give us jobs. When the government gives us job, it must not be in exchange of our right to freedom of expression. It must not be in exchange for our right to freedom of expression. The government, the Constitution says, give me a job and even make me happy. So the government gave me a job. And certain things were not going right. And I was talking about it. The government said, hey, you are talking too much, so I've taken my job. And I have to be extra angry because, and you as Ola and Father Dixon and Despite and Oforisapon, you have to support me because Father Dixon and Despite are running this whole thing, but they are scared. They don't have a voice. Father don't mean so Usuro. Obetumi akasa.
So ebi ana bibi
Osuro MVP or bibi nkoye Father opa omra hasisi ya ye kase Father otie. Omra hasisi na ometna Mike because of omina the way ya omin no. When you have a job, you don't have a voice. And all of you must
say no anya ban na management.
Can you imagine? Onumpa anya ban na management. He's scared. He doesn't want to talk. It is small boy for Flagstaff do to catch a father say, "Oh, you're free." Does this make sense? Opi oye on one adwuma, or make you on one decisions. Any part of us or chira will say, "Me na mo abem, me ye din men kasa." And we have to fight this. Businessmen in this country are the ones that are promoting, are pushing, driving the economy. The businessmen are the ones that are driving the economy. Omo na employ, hwe nipa despite nkwa employ we ase. Hwe ni Mr. Forisapon employ, hwe ni Tobinko employ, hwe ni Kina Farmer. Enso sankrofo nyina Ghana ha no suban ne say omusuro America, Donald Trump is one of the businessmen who skill. But we tumi akasa ba be president. Obi antumi nya na hwe.
Me hunu say suro, me hunu say say ye de na akwa akoye say boy, enye bibia na e kana bonte.
Enu na ye enye se e kana bonte eye suro. Ombegu waduma.
Wo ye mbone, wo ye bibi na me hwe na nya adwuna. Me fa na Africa is kwa me adu de me.
Ola Ghana ha. Say wo ye wo business na wan ye din anhye wan ye wo business a ye begu no. Ye begu waduma no. Enti no mpanifo na almost kana o mind e so omumom na e wo se omutumi kire o madwen o se ne o mind na ekọ no. Omuntumi nkasa. Because ye begu adwuma no enti say Kwame plus me adwuma with boss na ye se me kasa enti ye gu me adwuma e wo se wu se wutumi ka say eh na just o china say me ni voice o china bi asem bi na me kan radio so e betumi afre father say yinadi and they can do it e betumi am father pamo into you have to support me say sad there no suban na wo mem ha na when you have a job you don't have a voice you know it has to end.
I mean we know a very good point you know raise you know but I still believe say Obi decide say on kasa like you do it doesn't mean say
bro man can't say me jiro.
Yeah.
Me can't say me jiro. And I say me Halifax ye interview we na man can't say me jiro. Me can't say me jiro. Oh me ma no. Unu be di agro. Omu di agro me so police for fio. almost every other weekend. So for example, me want me man get no more than the naso. What I say? And you know, who the human away? And the man worry about some now make oh you human.
No, I'm not worried about
me
some.
catch
I'm trying to
me
get.
person me catch them. So for example, say eh the Ghana hat yeah. If you have
That's
a boy, it will be yeah. Despite it will be yeah. Can you imagine this guy? Like this? Yes. Yes. Can you insult father? Unim. Daben wabo we ase. Oya madam for me you are met me a friend. Me come as me must some straight. Niteko is my friend. My very good friend. Me ne kasa enche. E denti na Niteko bit me catch father this say oni nyansa oyo fui. E dentia because you people don't support people like me.
Oh how?
Yes. Because munyina so mo be can say oh your man you na adwuma nti. But the issue is that Niteko thinks that he's in power. The big men in this country who have power are scared because one boy who was walking around the neighbor or a campaign are buying power now, and they are not a big man. And the people who are driving the economy cannot talk. And then a police commissioner, a salute to party food soldier. Military general, a salute to party food soldier. Party communicator and they are powerful.
One share bit
because one can be you with you can transfer me family plus. I'm not fearless, but fear will never allow me to do certain things. I mean, yes, I did. Me, you for his upon a chain politician because I buy beba. So for his upon, he will keep rising.
The business.
I don't even some name. Now saying I'm okay. A wedding back we. Unim yari na yabesheka. Unim tata for.
Wedding, the first one and second one.
The first one, no. What's the second one? You're line the cast.
The second one, the cast, man.
Hey, everyone know your brand. It's not drop room. Oh no. Because I could be views about power. What can't create anything when you're comparing your ocean, man. What you say? I'm penny for no slow. Almost slow. Something the market will need to know. Until the second one, the cars now, man.
It could be a matter of choice.
David, what's that? The more one shorter. After the view of Cono, when you who dear cry yourself, what it's in a honor or down also. It's you know, we have to create a system. Also, there is the need to create a system where people who have jobs can also have a voice. You cannot take people's voices away just because they are working. The men, when you read the men who built America, when you talk about Vanderbilt, when you talk about Rockefeller, when you talk about J.P. Morgan, when you talk about all of these guys, they had party affiliations. Everybody knows that this person is a Republican, this person is a Democrat. However, they were allowed to build the country. It is about building a country, Ghana first. It's irrespective of where who is. Subaina a woman has said, "Wunya power, one party food soldier be or Nenam Koba, then they are no minister of communication. Now, despite when you hint about me, but 2 okay.
100.9. But yeah, sure. With the people are saying you are making a lot of sense. Others too are saying different stuff as usual. Send a work on answer for no one answer.
Me say 50 plus 1 la.
Yeah,
and you're 51.
But is it possible to see a third? Would you see me, Mr. Say, is it possible to see a third force party a year, including all other people, not specific to one party?
Of course, my can't say Ghana won't be NDC and MPP forever. It will never be NDC and MPP forever.
It's a TPP by political party that run.
No, you see, I have read the 80-20 principle, and I'm very careful, and I apply it. Me apply it every day. 80% of the effort we put in your does not give us the result that we desire. 20% in most cases, in the desired result. And a typical example is OKFM. Compare OKFM to many other stations, and I say NEAT FM. To many other stations, there were morning shows. Now afternoon, mid morning, we have now a few hokono bisu but when say the way now, despite Father Dixon name Mr. Fori, I show my human. OKFM no, that two main people are omukrem. NEAT FM, you 2 main people omukrem. So you can increase their salary and they will increase their input. It's also yes. And if you're going to set up a political party a regional chairman, deputy chairman, first vice, regional second vice, a constituency way. It is a waste of everything. Let's form a movement. Let's form a movement that, and our interest will be the people at the polling station. The polling station chairman. Because in an election, all the noise that you make doesn't matter. What matters is getting the people to the polling station to vote, to ensure that the vote has been counted, and to ensure that it has been declared for you. That is all that matters.
But it's a
party. It is a waste of time. Form a movement. All of us, the youth should come together. Let's form a movement. And let's decide that all of us want to support Ola as an independent candidate. Ola, you are president.
I think Sana NSAS is gradually getting into where some people are now thinking they should form a movement that elects a president.
Ola me say we are started from 2024. Everything we're seeing today won't be what it is. So many governments will be swept away. When my dear me MPP for me I'm sure I'm masri. Me can't some way. I will show ways. Mun come photo. Come photo. Papa your friend. Kokosa come photo. Mun come Samike. Ene Kokosa. Mun come photo. Me can't some way show.
This is the first time will be I request say mun
come photo. You don't cause you come usu betwem.
Usu betwem wanya be bia
well, I'm saying this. Yeah. Me yamanka nanado won we win election.
This 2020.
Yes, on winning. Nkofo bebre ba na say April nanado be win we be hu ani begu ase me pese on win election. From 2021. Me pressure o. Me ade am pese me ye wo man mu ha no. Me pese nanado win election 2021. Obe win awie no that month no obede be nyane nam de nipa 200,000 in a circle. We are protesting against how NDC and MPP have run this country for 28 years. Guys are just winning an election. Just win. We have won. Win.
I'm
saying that on no microphone say because we are demanding a better Ghana. Yes, win. We want you to win. And when you win the election, we will tell you that we are still demanding a better Ghana. And you see what is happening in Nigeria? It will happen across the continent. It will happen. The people have the power.
When it started in Egypt, the same thing, but it didn't happen.
No, you see, it happened in Egypt because your friend saying, and then it happened in Tunisia.
Yeah.
And then it happened in Libya.
In the Chai.
That was not. Europe. I feel in Nigeria, I started. I said 2020 is the end of the world. A new world is going to start from 2021. Whoever comes to power, your how do you call it? How you relate to the people is how the people are going to relate to you. Every politician or your visionary and start and win from ene. Don't be short-sighted. So you win election. Okay. That be start green free ene. Na say she would say me NDC John Mahama. We be win election. No matter A plaza. Who win election? We are who nim baby and tell me.
That's a one who boy for 2021.
Maybe say me run him. Me. I enter name. I know everything that happens in Judgment Yard. I know everything that happens in Bangkok. I know everything that happens in Five Horrors. I know that place to make me a katameninam. Everybody knows me. They are built for force. However, I just want this country to develop. I want to support governments that are doing good. And now the Papa was supporting. Yes, it's not about anybody. If Nanado is the one that is going to change this country, I will support him. I want him to be there.
And no man son Nanado I support. Why that
the year of roads.
The year of roads.
Yes. Oh yeah. What's a point? Yes. No, the year of roads. A promise Nana is delivering on. And oh yeah.
Okay.
Why you free SHS? I'm on Crawford school. Why ya dear papa. It's very good. And the one I am better on social media I'm here to say. And now Maka say the year of roads, and it free SHS you good, Mama can say potholes no to 2 or not so my dam, and no yet. Mama can. Number 3.
Yeah, year of roads, free SHS. Third one. Is it difficult to get?
A bedding.
Are they?
That they no man 30%. Year of return.
Yeah, year of return.
A year of my return.
No, that's an achievement. Creative industry will be a hailing.
Na creative industry there, obi aben.
No, most people are hailing.
Most near wine.
Oh, baby.
Omo ya den.
Omo Haley said that is 1 billion.
And yeah, there's Obi o Haley year of return so Christopher in the squad. Omo nyina enya ho na omo didi. Enya ho na omo didi. Onu so Christopher betra ho so onu so Christopher. The a year friend say Nancy kra ya ma 30,000 say fan command no. And no so ayera.
Ose nya no kra.
Ono na ka kire mu anim ha.
Ose nya no ko so wan kasa anchiro. Ose wo twa ntrato.
Adakabre ba bisa ne sameboa na adakabre gina.
Ose na ya ade a wo ka de di ne ho fe ya agro.
Me say men kan so Christopher okay FM. So create so how dey na du ma abra ha.
No, but seriously, he got offended by that statement.
Oh, so Christopher na Ola sana out here.
David.
Oh, Samike sana out here.
Yeah,
me say mo kan okro. Mo nyina ho da no na ye ni so create gina ni mu adakabre gina. Wan adakabre an ka say ye 30. Wo be na ate Ola.
Oh, aba bra.
Oh, Yesu.
Na me wan ka me ka.
Yeah, nipa bi be me say heaven no.
Me kwa ka be sere first. Pa na ye no kwa.
Sister ya. Okay.
Sister dey.
Ka. Me bi say sister dey.
Ka. Sister ya.
Ye gina ho na sister no ka. Sister na o te sen no.
Then it took us.
We me here.
That's
Me anu me nu ti once I ka sister don am say ka. Oh, bro.
Emma na okay.
It's ono.
It was a Monday.
Emma na wine.
Na afia. Papa also to so.
Ah.
But that particular conversation.
I took say the hu ye one thing come on.
Yeah, no dey be come to. But Kwame, I say your return was much ado about nothing.
Oh, I mean fan can another achievement. Say you can achievement in our mind we are when nipa brabo. I mean for the year of return.
And the tourism minister say I did $3.125 billion and the buy economy. I say I inject your economy. That's half.
It's na your school dey bia go and find X.
Find who need that?
X you ahwehwa ye hu ewo economy ni mu ewo he fa.
I see the probably bring.
Yeah, Jesus can we ne yakobo obesian wo IMF say coronavirus abanti eniska. Eso ne age enu wi. Enya no na de coronavirus ba kuruma. Na wo tourism minister wo ka kire say waji sika we nyina. Ade a chen a wo ko IMF kobo obesian da chen ene echiri mafo ne betua. Enti wo be cancer wunya sika men kan den like men kan den.
So you are disproving the fact say year of return impacted on the economy.
Me say enye achievement.
Year of return your achievement.
Men fan kan me achievement. So aban bia ya ade men fan kan ho.
Eti under MPP tourism arts and culture achievement say na o betimi aka tell.
Tourism arts and culture. Ja tio. Tourism arts and culture. Ministry of Education. Friends say Ministry of Sports. Bia yakobobo ya ade ya winning cup. Fine. Ministry for Zongo hwan for
development.
Say yes say you could see toilet. Enti no yembo nsem ma aban no. Ama oman bia president to me pie and as a minister to me pie commission toilet bia sama na fail state. Oman nkoye. Oman bia minister sorry so commission toilet. Ola. Me mfa year of return crofo ba oman mu ha. Me mfa nka aban sa aban aya de se crofo bebre me mfa nka ho.
Achievement based.
See year of roads, mampeni aya.
No, me cat tourism arts and culture and yenya achievement behind yet.
Minim ne ekoso.
But you are a musician. Also can interest.
Me from
resigning from music.
I resign my retire
from music. Continue be.
E wo mu a metumi to be first say me active. Oko Wikipedia. Wo hwe obi profiler.
Yeah.
Here active year from here to here. Me bo a friend say at their friends aben bebom 2016 to the family see who me here bibia biem
it why retire from anyom
she say there me here for fun we say metimi aya anyom mama
and am bachai it no yen hwe we
mama too let's
yeah no here for the national
yes year of roads
and free
year of roads no ayi kabo minister deputy minister Anthony minu apa no year of roads no won say my ade o me kasa my ade na yese bia my me fie kwan me fie kwan enyan no be me fie kwan here but it's not about me
it's me fie kwan here
but so did you said year of roads no ekoyi
yeah baby amafifa bi wa ekoyi kama
enti no obi betana ka say oh year of roads e bia ya me fie kwan me fie kwan kabo be ye munye MS junction to wa kase fie ho unim
Eugene be hu
conversation unim Eugene fie ho sa kwan ni nyina ye kwa kase ho nyina ye ohima Mercy fie kwan ni so nyina ye flash bi ho no enti year of roads no my ade mo me ye de no so nka ho
But Kwame, you belong to our industry, creative industry, and a normal in so many ways. But I don't know.
So can I be some normal
not may catch or say a normal in so many ways. Our industry, and yet peculiar to this government. It has been so, and you see, as if say to clamor for anything in our industry. So what make it the observation?
Say
we are not asking for anything.
I photo ana.
Say be trying
photo. Say you kind that photo.
Entertainment GH.
One for behind yeah.
Okay,
industry,
so industry.
Industry say united. Don't say the bigger issue in Ghana is that a united minority and they are ruling a divided majority. And that is exactly what happens in our industry. The minority, a majority of a nipano and come home. And I say anytime you be raise royalty issues, then royalties, royalties. But we say musicians no more retire and as someone active no. Omunyina was our royalty because I feel no many abom so. Say I was saying kasi kebi also on saka. But now no omo active ni ade no. A few no omo di omo ho ehim. Enti no na ye ndo ye ho. Na ye keka ye ho. Obi a person no obedi anim. We are say so we BMW F pa. Who say BMW is
100.9 FM.
But what did not see hono? Enye bibia o. Ade na maka no move no. Obi ehu. Just ye bie so. Enti by force obi en lead. Obi wo ho a o se chire. But adwuma o ye no. Eno na ma ade no konani. But yen industry no. Obi a wo be fro obi a so e bia yen ye no. Obi sa no ho ade tina nya me na me di anim. Ade tina nya me na me di anim. Yes. Se me di anim dia. And I mean, park as okay, even some BB say be clean up and I say BB say on any on the DNM no and the yaso be joining. It's no young industry no dear. A bed in pass a be
creative industry so how can we unite? As too much.
Unity no oko ebia yemfan say obekọ baby a enipa no enye united. Na make industry na me de munyina aka ho.
Yeah.
Also ka ho.
I know.
You see as see Ubetumi abo enye you but presenter betumi abo Nigeria ni nwom no akasa Ghana ni mu ade bon boy we omu ade me mmọ nwom na Nigeria ni woni we share na omu ade which I say but we born Nigeria ni nwom because Ghana ni omu ade Ghana for there menim say na omo kira me say me ma me de omu ja wontumi ni omo ntena because my catch say omo nti say omo me person be dwen say Ghana for no omu bu ade no say hey obi sisi wa ka ma dwen kire no
Titia o dia mom no.
I memma obi ensisi wo wiase. Menye buade say onipu ne obi kasa but don't be be confident. Gana we are confident yes wo mu ade.
Na che mo kwan fa so block us support.
Ya block us mbo. Oh dabi. Omo untumi mu omo. Matire omo untumi mu omo. Na obo omo a. Ta obo omo a. Oh. Me ma bebo.
How do we unite the creative industry?
Enye ye bro, forget it.
Yentimi unite. And I say industry enye that. And
I'm start am catch say industry no Ghana industry no be it movie or
music. Or
say ya enye ye. Na industry no ho no. Industry no ma chefu. E be NDC be MPP.
Is it wrong for creatives to be in politics?
That be anya wrong go. But they are not united as in okay. Mesan use Socrates as a typical example. Yen nyina ye wo industry. Another Samuel do ebisa a very simple question say, "Adenti na ban no afi bia mo dadan we will set up a creative arts fund. We will establish a creative arts fund. Every year bia no mu dadan. Adenti na ban no yes sir. Because we need the money to push the industry." Na Socrates afubuafu ye argument. This is money that all of us, whether you are in this MPP, all of us must agree, say, the money should come and let's put it into the industry. So this is Oko Parliamentar. To me argument about almost salary, say, yeah, but check a ketuya increase. Obia support, yeah. Kabum. And how can Socrates disagree with Arnold when Arnold is talking about
funds for the industry
as a whole? Because of MPP, na ban wo power adenti na wo be kan asama e wo mo budget mu you know there is nothing wrong with being NDC and NPP but there's everything wrong with being a fool.
There's nothing wrong with being
NDC or NPP. There is everything wrong with being a fool. Just because you're NDC or NPP, now you do not think again. Once your party is in power, everything that Mobian Kashi. No, it doesn't make sense.
They say Nanado Adaroma were BABA were left ban because of COVID, no, but beaches, especially cinema, or see cinema, they're still young closing. I don't know, say what follow.
Yeah.
What you know say? Is it in the right order? Say a bit close to cinema.
It must have been in the home about this. How do you call it? COVID, yeah. Maybe no more.
You are able to say, what na basi ma?
Oh, me knew about this COVID. There is not a single thing that they have done that I agree with. Not a single thing. Politicians here rally. Your fans and another Kufadu and I say, hey, Bakono. John Mahama, AGM, APA will come to see ya. Look at the people. But up in the agreement, I say, because stadium are Kobobola. What is the difference between the Pana no more boss who were Dumuno and the Better Stadium? I hear ball. I had been a baby as in a Yancy idea and why Jim. Now one can say, Miami of us, John COVID Nekun. COVID being cool. Adia Naba is an opportunity. Now, made the Pussy MPP now, Bemunaba. Oh, no more day your money. They bend this time and Kabaya West. There is nothing that they have done about this COVID that I agree with. Because what's the social distancing? Oko rally will be social distancing. Right, it will be MPP and as NDC. And you know, once I John Mahama call who na nipa no cape on Tiasie. What's na bas muko kumasi and social distancing. Farmer, social distancing. Konima market, a mamubi, a abublusi. Ko Jamestown baby any party ubetumi senka coronavirus be kunipa okrum ha nko biewu
because John Dumelo outdooring no campaign lunch. I mean no social distance
you know some restrictions, you know, it doesn't even make any sense because me no make a restaurant be make odidi me remu pe me be remu am say mention mask am say me na share mask edidi am say me tenase na me
Children now transit there you
me ba restaurant e be didi mo bie restaurant ma ba me be didi me ba no wo say mention mask na me bi say we say burger me dey share mask na me dey didi mask is zip na no me dey share mask didi o say wo dey mention room na me transit na me dan so ya tum air condition ti no hona me kwotena na ya tum na air condition e bo no me transit me yi mask no na me didi ya kwa so obi ati ho kasa obi wo transit na we yi mask no enti say e betumi akọ restaurant na ya tena ase na ye yi mask no ne edidi a adenti na yen tumi nkọ cinema na yen hye mask na yen hwe FM adenti na MPP na ndi so mutumi kọ tena dem kọ ye ayi some campaign na omo ye manifesto launch ne hwan na omo ye wo dem mu no adenti na ndi etumi ye adenti na yen tumi mbọ concert na do say conference nko obi abet my conference na enya dem mu ne ye no
ebi so ye na bon
enti no corona no sa wo kọ hye dem te say na ye conference no na wo hwe film a corona no be film no mu abese me da munja Ghana ha je say sorry you kwa sorry me da me ola young cancer because it doesn't make sense it doesn't make sense mutumi kwatena sorry dem ya sorry obi a tonyom ewrade tonyom corona mba chi obi but so wo tena cinema na wo share mask na wo hwe film a ayi bluetooth no Bluetooth corona na film ni mu abehye wutiri mu se be fa hin o me dem
no but say corona no by contact
movie no yakosa ho
there be say ye tete ho no
ka mu ye entertainment
obi betimi akofe
president rally any opposition leader rally nkofo nkofe o mum nhiem na no JM o mum adie bi na abewi ase na Ghana yes ye bi o ja se yen ya brabo ati krom ha no Africa ha enipa me kwache mo ma lockdown time e wo Jamestown coronavirus be kunipa nko bia nka wo mem ha omo forget yen ka ho everything everywhere everything does not kill everybody everywhere everything does not kill everybody everywhere yen ka ho we are not part of it
masa amanfo nya
oh masa me menya bi ade na om say corona no say no na ye corona na me sisu ya wo me ba wi ase menya bi sa
Wunya kata wunya ade a wonte hwe. Wunya bi da.
Ayi bi da.
Wuhwin mu tin so wunya bi da. Wonam ya oya wunya bi da. Ase wunya fever wunya bi da. Wominimu ya oya wunya bi da.
Ba enkunye.
Ba pun na mo de behunahuna ya de asɛ nipa nneɔma bebree because nkɔfo bi pɛ sɛ ɔmo de ya na ɔmo de win election. Asam ye kind of pepe yen yi bia mfirim. Sɛ ne etia no African leaders ɔmo mfo ɔmo anka so ɔmo tin ya adwuma. Ya de ba pɛ no ɔmo nyina di akyire ayɛ mefa ball besia 1 billion wo betua.
What bank the 100 million?
Aka ho wo betua. Ɔde bɛkɔ ne kurom akɔ ne kurom yie. Ɔkɔ no fa ne ho adwe bro ni free ha ɔkɔ no fa ne ho adwe sɛ ɔkɔ tena ne kurom but still ɔbɛ control. Coronavirus be kunipa nka obi wo nima. Coronavirus be kunipa nka obi wo alajo. KJT market.
Hey, we the last one. Yes, this last question. I don't know.
Me hope say an ordinance and there no.
Questions that one for us and this too political. I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into too much of politics. We entertainment show. There a bad boy and a bit busy one seven. Yeah, but let me be sure. What to America? And I want to.
Oh, me feel
America.
Oh yeah. Come on, we are saying you want depend your money. We are saying.
But who say is another movement in support Yana? Is it a movement was supported?
Yes, Bibi Papa be free more ba. What you say? But me there, tell Ola. What is bro? Bibi abema ni penny ajibia mama yenye na yenje. So long as it's not BB against Emrano. Charlie, ubeko a magazine, beko a friend is saying, Swami magazine akoye adwuma obeba wabre. Wo so behwe BB di agege wani. Mama nipa ye free. Happy yourself. Nini.
Eno ye baloti na na do that number 1, Muhammad number 2, eno mo ma kan to aso. Who is saying? And
your polling station when you to abana. Say MP no gina the constituency one year to. It is a honor. MP no so another number 1 na yeto bank na ha na ye kan na was na MP sniff you crazy banners ho wo de ni nyina teteto a eno wo number 1 no number 2 ahu hia baby obi ada bia ye issue na hia ne se omunkoye adwuma omunya de papa na nkrofo ne to aba ma omu
the position ni hu hia
position no wan ye oni nyina ne se koye ade be ma nipa ne ni abeje ombeto aba ma baby I would that position 1 position 2 enye hu enkan hu
ana na omo pre hu no obi pese okoda number 4 chinchin atwan
me say yedru ayawaso wesa MP no ogina ho no one ne NDC ni MPP no omo na epre wo ho na nado number 1 number 2 enfo bia ho ye to aba ne wie na se Jo Mahama wo MPs ni nyina lusu na se wo ti wo betina se we lusu na eba hono na ya asem no na nado da number 1 o da number 1 na se wo betina ye se danso ma na se lusu elusu a o number 1 na o da no pa so be na wo ho
Steve Adosi, these greedy NDC MPP must be held accountable. Efia Pokuya Wachi, also me him. But, well, I mean, you wait me. I see A+ things Ghanaian youth are fools, eh? He should think again.
I'm a man answer.
Na
NDC ni MPP, so omo adwene so waji me mudi onwachi. Na when you young man, I'm adwene so waji me. For me, mum say, I ngwakrafo obu. Why are looking up brand here, boo? I won't find sir.
Question we on. More repeating question several times. I don't know what is it, but A+, what did you do with your position at Boss? Did he know people were aggrieved by his appointment? On what basis was he appointed? As a foot soldier?
Some of them are misinformed individuals. Appointment as in what? These are misinformed people, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Just listening, just running around with wild information beyond appointment as what? These are misinformed. Misinformed individuals.
You never had an appointment at
What
Boss?
kind of appointment? These are misinformed people. Very misinformed young people who have failed to reason. Yes, and it's very sad. I mean, when some post information being say and you're authentic, I feel very ashamed. So this person should be ashamed of those people. Should be ashamed of themselves. You are misinformed. And you are running around with it because of your political affiliation.
I guess maybe what is will be kind of.
And I make us say you should be ashamed of yourself. So the artism in this era of social media and internet and availability of information. What you be our country on our number? You should be ashamed, especially when you can write English. When you can write.
Steve Men's Amsterdam or say A+. Why didn't you advocate for the government to refund some of our crude oil in Tema refinery to reduce our burden on petroleum products, and it's a transportation when you are at Boston.
You see another misinformed person. The youth of this country, majority of them, no, they don't read. They're misinformed people. As a boss, as what? Have you ever heard that the government has appointed me anything at Boston? Very misinformed young people, and you people who are sending those messages, you must be ashamed of yourself that in this era, Kwame Nkrumah time, they were able to get information without internet and social media. You should be ashamed of yourself that you just heard and you failed to take your own phone that used to send this message to just cross-check. You are part of the downfall, the downfall of this country.
A+, give it to them. Our so-called leaders must know they are fooling us. The foolishness must stop now. This is from Emmanuel Ayam Anipa. Then we are not asking anybody's question. Who can say we will be? I reminding me saying me
Send it.
We say we will be free one party. No, call the next party.
That be or your comfort.
Also a comfort. Yeah, also a comfort. It's maybe spend person me a comfort.
And then if you hear a coin,
let me friend people.
No coin.
And I'm coin this.
What coin? Is it when this? Bravery. Bravery, Michael.
Well,
they're the same people.
Yeah.
And these MPP, they are the same.
But when you say when you go through the two, that's when you see it.
Yeah, okay. Until you say no person, the Bible says
yeah. That's when you see say difference behind.
No difference behind. See, me can't say me a trobia. When I salam down, it would take a miracle for the MPP, a parliamentary candidate, now to win.
Salam down.
Yeah, it would take a miracle. When was the NTR? Because Rollins Banner stand up.
Yeah, Senator.
I could probably make sure it's a Rollins Banner.
Are they?
What are you talking? I don't know Papa and Nam says, what are you talking? Then this name people a simple agreement. Mami try DBC wa Ghana ha in 1996. The running mate of the vice president of the country was the running mate of the opposition.
Oh yeah.
Not your vice president, Rollins vice president, or not cabinet meeting more. On one for opposition running mate. NDC and MPP is about what their interest is. It's fine so long as it benefits them. They don't care about anybody. How can the vice president say about Umia, not a Mahama running mate? But it happened in this country in 1996. Can you imagine this? So NDC and MPP, they are the same people. Oh. Were we not talking about family and friends government?
Yeah.
Today, isn't it worse? Were we not talking about friends and too many ministers? Today, isn't it worse? And NDC will come to power and come and increase the ministers from 120 something to 130 or 35 and use MPP as an example.
Manifesto
manifesto ministers no about 100. But now 2012 Airbus 16 no 80 something. But betty there's 125 betty so about 120. And then monte so nko mo dia no 87 monte so nko 70. And I say betty so na for mo create no maybe one chain. Ministry of Agric 3 deputies. Hey Ghana. Hey, on my way on. Yeah, I mean, who said that the young people also.
Christopher Ink, was it today? A+ me to Chema Wate. I'm happy. Or say I am happy, man. Today you spoke my mind.
Me da say Christopher Yamishra. Mu say na mo be ko heaven ya oba my man crowd.
Max Aqua Jr. say time we the youth of the country rise up. A+ we deal with you. A champion say you've not said anything about men's gold.
Yes.
Why?
All that I have to say, I've said it. All that I have to say, I've said it. And it is, oh no. Maybe as a business, I meant to say, if that business, no meant to say, or breath on top, breath for idea. And you know, maybe a physical bajiska dear minimum. And now, issue no so, acquire say, a buying, and my yet, yes, say, or close down men's gold to protect
public.
No. The university wa hono. The closure was to protect the customers.
Okay.
What is the protection for them? What did government see before government closed down Men's Gold? Did government ensure that Men's Gold had enough money at Bank of Ghana or in any bank that has been confiscated that can pay off? Did government ensure that they have some clientele base and some of us will be protected? I want to understand that word protect. And then customers say, some Men's Gold for next year, so say, everything was right. So the whole thing is very complicated. And as for me, I will blame the government every day. I will blame the government. Yes, Intikacha Champon said it is something that I've said over and over. I will blame the government because Ola, the protection is what we are waiting for now. You close down Men's Gold to protect the customers. Where is the protection? What kind of protection were you talking about? What did you see before you decided that you were closing it down to protect them?
I wish the interview will continue. Emmanuel and Koma, but unfortunately, our time is up. I mean, that's why so. I shall then I'll be chatting.
I'll be chatting and say, I'm sure Bibia. Maybe I'm a Kobiano. I'm a catcher and say, which ye need FM Kakra. You know me what for no media. And there's a because of that. What's happening? I'm still Surono. Am I yet?
My so there now over to bomba
and you know obiati ni tefem kakra na wetie class media so kakra ye nua muntie bebia kakra wa ye nyina ye nche kakra.
Lauren Eli, because of this great submission today, I am going to follow you on Facebook and Instagram. Great man, you too. Why?
Me da say election ya ye bekoi me pamocho eno ni asama make kan twato election ebe come youth na wo mem ha no mesremo a mamuma obi papa adwuma a okope enti no na yetwa wonan na yabo wutuo mamu mfa mo ho enhye saa basabasa ye no mu muma senkebe ye kranka o say the youth of Ghana ni nyina ka bom ne hu say ndisi ne MPP a start so omo person mo ye basabasa ne yen ya chi omu nyina yes eni say yes our constitution ni mu e was here making eni say Obia yamushinu just because yabetuaba. It should never happen. Everybody must sleep in peace. Just vote, go out there, vote, and still enjoy their peace. Nobody should allow themselves to be used by the politicians to fight for their own interests. What's in Nima? What's in Mamobi? What's in Newtown? What's in Alajo? What's in Shukura? Say, a scholarship bar. Ye famba ho. Ye penkrofo akokwa NDC ni MPP dia. Na yaba ho mama mani nda ho
da CBBRE abusafo ye Nick Kwame A+ new general manager for CMB a class media network media group and I didn't come on H White, sorry about that. Brad Samuel A+, you have said everything that everyone in his right senses will say. God bless you. Akuba Melanin, what's it, 2021 Ghana youth must arise. And I will be so man boza or so on so many yarding. I mean, I mean, shall we pray for coming through? I was for me, OLA Michael, and maybe shower drive time. So your coffee, Nadia on some media Bremo. Yishramu Bibri, Yamishamu Bibia Oti, Yamisho Bibioti, NEET FM. The patches say A+, ASC, general manager for Class Media Group. Etimi Pacho, Munti no Wate, Munti network, you know. Now following Kahuntin, Yedia Jumanimano. It's now let's increase the following. Now do a man a Juman so any in Casa and Pa, he chose the right person. You can have your hatred, but make sure it doesn't kill you yourself before the one you hate. Akram.